What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are taking a look at the endless judgment Vergil. I got some combos. We're gonna throw on the sticks, aka the controller, and we are going to show you a hands-on view on how to do the two most important basic combos with the endless judgment Vergil. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. So first, let's go ahead, let's jump into these really quick combos. Let's get the fun stuff over first. Today's sponsor is BlueStacks. BlueStacks is an emulator that lets you play mobile games on your PC using your mouse and keyboard or hooking up a controller. BlueStacks is built for stability and offers smooth gameplay that gives you the highest frame rates possible. Play multiple games at once with BlueStacks multiplayer. BlueStacks is great for low-end PCs because it consumes less RAM and it's easier on your CPU. Play Devil May Cry Peak of Combat right now on BlueStacks using my affiliate link down below in the description box. This is how we're gonna reduce the enemy's hit shields very quickly. The first thing we need to do is we need to activate our style skill, and we're going to do that by hitting the triangle button. I'm using a PlayStation controller. You can use whatever kind of controller you want, but I figured this is gonna at least help you out a little bit so you can see me pushing the buttons in action, and maybe this will help you get the timing down. So this one right here, the top, the triangle, this is going to be our style skill. Now just pushing this is going to activate the attack that goes ahead and throws the enemy in the air. But what we want to do is we want to get those spirals surrounding us. So what you have to do is you're going to click and hold on that. It's going to activate them all around us. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our quick dash into an enemy. And that's going to go ahead and all these blades are just going to constantly hit that enemy, and it's going to reduce that hit shield very fast. All right, so right there, you'll see you got all these little hit icons right there. That is the hit shield. We got to hit them a bunch of times to reduce it. Now watch how fast we can reduce it with this method. We're going to go ahead and let me get a little bit of distance. So we're going to activate it. Then we're going to do our quick teleport to them, and then the bam, all the way down super duper fast. So that's the first thing that you have to master, is just being able to do that efficiently to reduce the enemy's hit shields. Now the next one, and this is going to be the harder one, is your judgment slash. Now this is what Vergil's all about, is the judgment slash special ability he has. In the top left corner right under Vergil's name, you're going to see that blue looking staticky electricity bar icon. It's right above your health. That is going to be your energy that's going to dictate whether you can go ahead and use that judgment slash. Now, every time you use a judgment slash, it's going to drain some of that energy, and you really need to have it maxed out in order to hit like the 4 perfect judgment slashes, which then go ahead and trigger your doppelgangers to join the fight, and they will then also activate perfect judgment slashes as well. So the whole idea behind this, how to activate a judgment slash, you're going to click on your attack button, hold it, and then you don't even necessarily have to release it. Just clicking and holding it is going to activate one. However, it's not going to be a perfect one. So this is just a judgment slash. You're going to click your attack button, hold it, and then you're going to see all those slashes hit your enemy. Now, in order to go ahead and activate our perfect judgment slash, it's all about timing. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we release it earlier. We're not going to just sit there and hold it the whole time. You see how when the energy around Vergil kind of starts to come into him, that's when we want to go ahead and release it. So what it's going to look like is we're going to hold it, release it, and then we're going to keep doing it over and over again. And it's a bit of a timing issue. Like I said, once you're brand new to this, it's going to feel a little bit weird, but you will get used to it after you practice it. Even for me, it's still a little bit tougher to do, but you'll see that if we do it perfectly, you see how all those doppelgangers started surrounding us because we went ahead and we did 3 to 4 perfect slashes. So the way you do it is you just click release, click release, click release, and it's all about that energy. Every time you see that energy start to go and it gets towards Vergil, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to release, and you're just going to keep doing that over and over again. So it's click, hold, click, hold, click, hold. You're constantly looking for that visual effect that keeps kind of that mist or whatever you want to call it, that keeps going in and out of Vergil. That's kind of how you go ahead and determine when to release it. So we'll do some more extra ones so you can kind of see it. Do like that, like that, like that. That one was a little bit hard to see because the enemy got a little bit too close. I'm trying to get some distance so you can kind of see it in action. But you'll see that one was pretty good. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better with the controller and kind of sync it up and see how I'm doing it with my presses compared to visually how you see it. We're gonna release, release, attack, release, and there you go. You see, perfect one, 4 of them. We get our doppelgangers, we get a ton of damage. That is the most important combo with Vergil that you really need to master. If you can master this and just constantly be getting this off 4 times and getting those doppelgangers to do tons of those judgment slashes, perfect judgment slashes, you are just gonna absolutely wreak damage on those enemies and they will not have a chance. All right, so hopefully that little tutorial helped. You can go to the practice area and you can kind of practice those different combos, and the game will also go ahead and teach you some things as well as giving you some free gems. So I highly recommend you come into this practice area anytime you go ahead and you unlock a new hero. Now, I mentioned this before in a few of the other videos, but I want to just touch a little bit more about why physical damage dealers are very important for new players. And that is because if we head on over to our missions and we go to where it says events, we go to challenge, we have the Realm Conqueror. Now, you're not going to see a lot of these challenges and stuff as a new player just yet. You got to get through the story missions, you got to get through the chapters. You're going to be tackling a total of 50 floors in each different damage type realm. You can only bring that specific type of heroes. So for the physical realm, you'll see that we can only bring in physical damage dealing heroes. Same thing with the other ones with Fire Realm, Ice Realm, and Electric Realm. It's going to be your #1 priority early on, and that is trying to get as high as you can with the floors, so that way you increase your AFK rewards, which for this one you'll see it's going to give us the red orbs. Red orbs are extremely important. Red orbs is basically like your main currency. Think of it as gold or cash or whatever you want to think of it as. It's like the currency that is used for everything. Anytime you're doing an upgrade, it's always going to cost red orbs. So the higher your floor, the more red orbs you will generate. And for this physical realm, if we go ahead and we click start, you'll see that the physical resignation only consists of physical type hunters. It's going to increase your crit rate by 30%. So that's going to help out a tremendous amount. You only do need 2 hunters. You'll see at the bottom it says required hunters 2. So you don't need a full party of 3 to go ahead and do this, but it is a lot more helpful. But early game, you're gonna have access to pretty much a lot of physical damage dealers. You're going to get this Swift Arsenal lady at the beginning. You're also gonna have access to the Demon Hunter Dante. Right off the bat, you've got 2 physical damage dealers. Vergil is just so much better, and it's a lot easier to kind of build a team around Vergil because the Endless Judgment Vergil goes really well with the Demon Hunter Dante with their QTE skill effects. It's very easy to go ahead and trigger. Demon Hunter Dante is going to be weakening the opponents. If we take a look at his QTE skill, it says no shadow. Triggers when a target's weakened, eliminated by a hunter of the identical type, or has its shield broken. You're going to constantly be weakening the enemies with that starter Dante that everyone gets. So it's a really easy combo to just kind of pull off, and you'll see that once you get this leveled up, I got it up to a +5. It deals a ridiculous amount of physical damage. We're getting over 1,000% physical damage every time we go ahead and activate that. And the way to activate the QTE skill is just to go ahead and once the requirements are met, you're just going to switch your characters. So switching characters is very important in this game. You're going to be constantly switching from one character in your party to another, and that's how you kind of bounce around and trigger their QTE skills. Crusher along with the Demon Hunter, but you'll notice that both of these lineups have the Demon Hunter Dante in them. So like I said, it's very easy to build a team around Endless Judgment Vergil. The only difference is going to be either the Royal Guard from our other limited banner or having the Devil Crusher, and you're using both of these for the same instance, just as shield breakers. This one's a shield breaker and damage with the Royal Guard Dante, and then shield breaker and support for the Devil Crusher. For the suggested cards, this is by far the best one, and it is insanely strong. This is the Phantom set, and Vergil's all about putting that bleed on enemies with that Judgment Cut effect. So every time you go ahead, you do that Judgment Cut attack, we're going to be putting bleed and just kind of building up our bleed gauge on the enemies. And then the other most basic one that you have is this one right here, and this is just the Hell Vanguard set. This one's really easy to come by, and for our bonuses, we're just getting the physical damage by 10% for 2 cards. And then our 4 cards is just going to increase our overall damage. So this is the one that you're going to try and get first. This is through the slot of slaughter. And then this one is going to be ideally your end game content, the Phantom set on Vergil. That's it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.